You know, I try to diffuse situations and be a good person, but sometimes your good ain't their good. And when words are jumping off, you get nervous. We both have guns. I mean, what do you expect?
This is Henry Jonathan Valencia, a man who shot his boyfriend at a gas station in broad daylight, struck him in the head after firing, drove back to Jacksonville, and was caught loading his belongings into his mother's car when deputies arrived. On May 30th, 2025, at 2:24 p.m., Marion County deputies responded to the Petro Travel Center on Highway 318 in Reddick, Florida. They found Nosiah Santos lying next to a gas pump with a gunshot wound to the chest. His mother was already there. She had been on the phone with him when the shot went off. Valencia had picked Santos up that morning to drive back to Jacksonville. During the trip, he became jealous over Santos messaging another man. At the gas station, Santos got out, called his mother, and told her he was done with Valencia. Asked her to come get him. Valencia drove away from the pumps, then came back. Drove away again, came back again. The last time he returned, he had a gun. A witness recorded him running from the scene. Surveillance caught everything. Deputies found Valencia in Jacksonville loading his car. This is a case about jealousy, a gas station, and a man who kept coming back.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hey, sir. I'm good. How are you? My name's Mike.
Okay.
I'm a detective with Marion County Sheriff.
Hey,
I'm Jason.
How you doing?
Okay. Sorry to meet you under these circumstances, bud.
It's okay. Nah, my mom was crying. It just...
Oh, you could hear your mom crying?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
It's okay.
Okay. So, again, my name's Detective Jason Williams. This is Detective Reddick. Are you from Jacksonville, bud? Okay. Did you grow up here? Okay. Like went to school and everything like that? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you play any sports or anything like that? You got some nice kicks on. You got those Jordans on.
No.
No?
I played middle school.
Middle school, stuff like that? Okay.
Yeah.
What do you do for a living?
I drive trucks.
You drive trucks? Okay.
Me and my mother both drive trucks.
Okay. Do you guys work for the same company?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What company is that?
Union Transport.
Okay. Well, I just need to get some clarification because I haven't seen you since you've been here or anything like that, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen you or like talked to you yet or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we're both from Marion County. We're not Jacksonville. Okay. Do you? So it looks like is your first name Henry, but you go by Jonathan?
Yeah.
Well, your mom mentioned to me that she calls you Jonathan, but is like does everyone else call you Henry? I'm just wondering.
No, people call me John.
Okay, so you mainly go by your middle name.
Right.
Okay, no problem.
Why was she crying?
What's that?
Why was my mom crying?
Oh, she was upset.
About?
I'm not sure. We left the room as she started crying.
I think she's just stressed out about.
Well, it also sounds like she's kind of been up. Like she worked late, and then she came and helped your dad and did everything and didn't get a lot of sleep and like kind of fell asleep on the couch and stuff.
Yeah, my dad and my mom aren't together right now.
Oh, they're not together right now?
They haven't been together for a few years.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm talking about her dad.
Oh, okay.
Grandfather.
Yeah, your
grandfather.
Excuse me, it'd be your grandfather. I'm sorry about that. I guess when she's referring it to her dad, that's, I rephrased it that way. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And you say you're not sure why she was crying?
No, sir.
I was just praying for
well,
her,
yeah.
honestly.
She
a son, I feel like hates to hear their mom cry.
Well,
I feel like that's the worst.
She said she had a lot of anxiety about being brought here, and
Yeah.
it's just the stress of being in this building.
Yeah.
Was a lot for her.
Yeah.
And so, but we were mainly just trying to learn about you because we never met you before. She said you were a preacher.
I used to be.
All right.
She mentioned that she sang too as well.
I used to. Yeah.
Okay.
And you guys did an album together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a Christian album?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. You hit the high notes?
No.
No? You're more of a low singer?
I was a kid.
Okay. So it was like when you were a lot younger then?
Yeah, it wasn't really for the sound. It was just, to the glory of the Lord.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Did that stuff hurt at all? Your teeth?
No.
No?
No.
Well, how did they do that?
They just molded.
They just mold it? Do you have to like bite into something and then they mold it around? Okay. What is it just all gold? Your whole mouth?
Yeah.
Okay. And the reason why I mentioned that is because as I'm talking to you, I see it, so
Mhm.
I just have to say it. Okay. Let me just confirm your information here real quick, okay? I believe I have it, but Henry? Okay. How do you spell your middle name?
Jonathan, Jonathan.
A-N, not O-N?
Jonathan.
Okay. And then Valencia?
Valencia.
Okay. And what's a good address for you, sir? Well, I'll call you Jonathan, okay? Because that's the way your mom's been describing you, okay?
Jonathan.
So, like I said, we're not from Jacksonville here. We're a separate law enforcement agency, but we have our own policies and procedures that we have to follow, okay? We just sat there and talked to your mom. You know, you mentioned that you heard her crying, but when we were talking to your mom, she basically told us about you and that, you know, she had mentioned some stuff that, you know, she knew that you wanted to come in and talk to us, okay? But we're not Jacksonville. We don't do things the way that they do. That doesn't mean that they do things wrong or that we do things right, but we, like I said, we have our own policies and procedures, okay? So before I can talk to you, I need to read you your rights. Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay. Get it out here. All right, Jonathan. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to execute these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you, Jonathan?
Surely.
Okay. Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us now?
Well, obviously it's gonna help my case and everything.
Sure, yeah.
The detective reads Valencia his Miranda rights, and Valencia's response is to ask if talking will help his case. The detective says sure, and Valencia decides to talk. Not because he has to, not because he doesn't understand his rights, but because he genuinely believes that what he's about to say is going to make things better for him. He spent the next 2 hours explaining exactly what happened at that gas station, and every single word of it was recorded.
So I'll put it this way. So why don't you just tell us before us even mentioning anything to you, because I feel like we both have been hearing a lot of stuff, okay? And obviously these aren't ideal circumstances to be here. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to be sitting in here and then having to talk to detectives, okay? That's just the reality, okay?
Right.
We're gonna treat you with respect, and we just wanna hear from you how you ended up here today, okay? Because we know how we drove up here and how we're here and why we're here.
Right.
Why don't you tell us why you're here, what happened?
I've been trying to ask people since I got here why I've been here, and they told me that when I came here that you guys were gonna tell me why I'm here.
Okay.
I've been asking since.
Why don't you walk us through your day? What time did you get up this morning?
Well, I didn't get any sleep. I worked all through the night, and I went straight to the gym.
Okay. What gym?
At Planet Fitness.
What time was that at?
I say about, I got off work and then went to the gym around something in the morning. I know I left about, not sure, about 8, maybe 7:30, 10, maybe, I'm not sure.
When's the last time you got some sleep?
It's been a minute. I don't know.
Okay. So, what time did you go to work?
Work about probably yesterday afternoon, and worked all through the night.
Do you normally sleep before shift?
Of course.
Do you have to, does your truck parked at your house, or you have to drive somewhere to get your truck?
No, I go to my terminal.
How far away is your terminal from the house?
About 15.
So you could
20
Sleep
minutes.
up to like an hour before you gotta be there, essentially? Is
Yeah,
that
I
normally?
wake up about, if I gotta be to work at 3, I'd be up at 2:30.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
And I quickly do a little something and head on out.
No problem.
okay. So after you went to the gym, what'd you do after that?
Well, I went to my friend's house, and we all were chilling and doing whatever. Everybody was having a good time or whatever.
Okay. What friend's house did you go to?
Nosiah.
Nosiah?
Mm-hmm.
You know his last name?
Santos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who is he to you?
Just a friend.
Okay.
Yeah. I just went to a friend's house. I know his people, and everything like that.
How many people were there?
A lot. The mom, stepdad, brother. I think the brother was their sister, maybe the other sister, the kids, and then some other guys coming for tattoos.
Okay. Was it like a family gathering or like a party or?
I guess it was just everybody just hanging out.
Okay. Where does he live?
In Ocala.
Oh, no, okay. Nosiah lives in Ocala. Okay. And then after, how long were you there for about?
For a minute.
Do you know about till what time?
Maybe an hour or more or whatever like that.
Okay. And then obviously you left there at some point because you ended up in Jacksonville. So after you left there, what happened after that?
Well, I don't want to go too much in detail because you know how the law is.
Well,
It ain't nothing to play with.
I'll tell you this, and this is what I tell everybody.
I want to be honest. I
Yes.
don't want to double talk. I don't want to lie. I don't want my word to be uncredible or not credible.
Right. So I'll
I
tell
respect
you.
that a lot.
So yeah, I want to do things
Absolutely.
right to my ability. I can tell you this: I don't have money for a lawyer. I don't have money for anything. I've been paying off credit card debt. Trying to make it on my own. I live on my own.
I'm so sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, so
That's
I've been
rough.
working hard and
Well, truck
doing-
driving's actually a pretty good job, though.
Yeah, but when you have financial things that you have to, your obligations, and you're by yourself on one income in this economy, then it's even for a person making the money I make, it's still sometimes it's a struggle sometimes. So yeah, I work hard. Eventually, it'll all get done, but I don't have too much.
Well,
So
Jacksonville's not cheap either.
it's actually the cheapest place in Florida.
Really?
To
How
me.
much do you rent?
My rent is like $900 or something
Really?
for one
How
bedroom.
big? Well,
It's
that's
nice.
that's expensive
for me.
for a one bedroom though. Still,
I mean, you can always move to North Carolina, South Carolina.
Yeah,
Way
you can get
better.
a 4-bedroom house for that much.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I always tell everybody is we're both U.S. military veterans. We respect your rights 100%. We support them.
Right.
And
I don't want to.
generally when we
seem
have
like
these
they're
types of
wrong.
conversations,
Yeah.
we're not here to trick you. We're just fact finders. That's all we're doing.
I
We like to
understand.
give everyone the opportunity to tell us their side of whatever story that we're
I
here to
understand.
talk about.
Yeah.
Having that in mind, we may ask you questions you don't want to answer, and then that's just tell us I don't want to answer it. You want to offend us?
Yeah.
We've been doing this long enough, he ain't gonna offend us, man. You know?
So,
I understand.
and then we may ask you questions that you're comfortable answering, and
I
then in
understand.
that case, you can answer those questions. Is that fair?
Yeah, I just don't want to get too into it right now. It's been a lot. Just trying to keep it together. I haven't gotten any sleep, just like my mother, and hearing her cry, I heard, whatever. It just,
Okay.
Absolutely, it's extremely stressful to hear
Yeah.
your mother cry. I
Yeah.
understand that. Okay. So, do you know, like, how long have you known Nosiah?
for a little minute, like maybe 3-4 months, whatever like that.
Okay. Now, how did you meet him? Did you meet him in Jacksonville?
No.
Okay. How'd you meet him? Sorry.
Well, I'd rather not go into too much
Okay.
details. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but you mentioned that you went to Nosiah's place. You went to Nosiah's place and you met some of his family.
No, I'd been knowing the family for a minute, but we were just over there just relaxing.
Since he's been your friend? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know his family. Who all from his family was there?
Where I said already, his mother, stepdad, sister, the kids, and some clients going to the sister for, I guess, tattoos.
What do you know any of the clients or what's his?
I'm not from Ocala. I'm just
No problem.
there
So
to just chill. I just got off work. I was there for a good time. That was it.
Yes, sir. Okay. Do you know his mom's name or his sister's or anything like that?
Really, I'm not good with names. I don't know.
That's okay. Would they tell us that you were there? That you actually were there earlier today?
Anything I say is gonna be true.
Okay, thank you.
Whatever
I
I
appreciate
choose
that.
to say will be the truth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some of Nosiah's family was there.
Mm-hmm.
His mom was there,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't remember his mom's name?
No.
Okay. Did his mom see you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Did his sister was there? And you don't remember her name?
No.
But did she see you there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now you mentioned one person was tattooing. Who is tattooing?
The sister was tattooing two other guys.
Is she a tattoo? And did she do any on you at all?
No.
Okay. I noticed you have a lot of tattoos. So,
Mm-hmm.
So she was tattooing somebody else.
Yeah, some other guys, and I know later on we'll probably elaborate on all that.
Okay.
But long story short, it was some problems between, those guys and me while I was there.
Okay.
And I wanted, to leave. And while I'm leaving, I was just expressing my concern to, Nosiah, like, I don't like these people. I have a funny feeling. It just, I don't know what's going on. His stepdad had brought me into the room, was showing me guns and stuff, so I was already real nervous, you know what I'm saying? And, I carry, he carries, and it's a
Jonathan,
difficult thing.
I'm so sorry, and
Mhm.
I don't mean to interrupt you or be rude or anything like
Mhm.
that. It's just sometimes I may cut you off just for slight
To get
clarifications. So when you mention his stepdad, whose stepdad are you talking about? Are you talking about one of the
that is
people you have a
him.
problem
That's-
with? Or
No, that's his stepdad.
his meaning who?
The boyfriend of the mother.
Okay.
She has a
okay.
boyfriend.
You
so
don't
I just
remember
call
their
him
names.
stepdad.
Okay, but you just
No,
call
I
him stepdad.
definitely, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And it's
That's his
Nosiah's
That's
stepdad?
I get. Yeah, that's
Okay.
yeah.
That's all I was trying to clarify. I'm so
Mhm.
sorry. So please continue.
Yeah, no, and breathing the concern, and words led to another, and I'm trying to, of course, diffuse the situation, and there's threats and stuff, and I know people, and you can see some even on my track record, I've been stabbed multiple times.
Where were you
by
stabbed at?
Here, they got one here and then some in my head, and then when I was 17, I was stabbed about 10 times again.
Man.
So just off my appearance, you'll assume that I was, and even the police officers that day assumed I was, maybe the aggressor or whatever, and I was telling them, no, I'm literally stabbed.
Yeah, you were
and
stabbed.
They're like, okay, we see, that you're stabbed. Give us a name or whatever. So I'm a hard worker, and I came there honestly, genuinely. I said before, the court, judge, jury, don't matter. I was there for a good time. That's all my intentions was. I would not drive all my way from work, from the gym, squeezing in time to have a bad time. That don't make sense.
Okay.
I work a lot of hours, so I don't have time for the mess.
Right.
But when things are escalating, and I'm going to just say it the way I know how to say it, right? When things are escalating, I leave. I tried to leave, and things were still escalating. And at this point, he was driving my car. I let him, whatever. We just chilling. And the things continue to escalate. I'm trying to de-escalate it, and there's threats. I'm not going to go into details why. I'll let whoever elaborate more on that. Let other people get a chance to say whatever, but the facts are the facts, and it was a constant whatever. I didn't pull over the car. Didn't tell nobody to pull over the car or anything. It was, that was his decision because of the same threats or what, I don't like to keep you saying the same word for vocabulary purposes, but just with the threats and stuff, and I'm trying to calm down, I'm getting nervous, you know, because
okay.
he have something on him, and I do too, and when you're not in law enforcement, military, you don't have that boldness to know when or where or how to even use whatever you just, I'm scared. I have it on me, but I'm scared with it on me. And one thing led to another. I'm still trying to diffuse the situation because I like him as a person. And I want the day just to go back to normal. I wanted the day just to go back to normal. You know, and he was saying people were on the way to come up there. After he already showed me a whole thing of guns. And I'm sitting here, I'm battling my mind to leave or to continue to see if I can, you know, calm it down, because I know, you know, he has a good heart. And, you know, things just led one to another, and I was just very scared. I told my mom that on the phone. My auntie, anybody, I was scared the whole time. Nervous. I drive trucks, that's all I do.
Okay.
Apart from I've been driving trucks for almost 3 years.
Now listen, Jonathan, I really appreciate you telling us this, and you're kind of telling us a lot of things at once, and I'm like trying to take it all in, but again, just like I unfortunately had to interrupt you when you were going, I just need some clarification. So, when you go back to, say, who was driving the car? Was it?
He was.
Okay, Nosiah was?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, so was he driving your car from where the residence was? Where his residence was?
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys leave that residence?
Yeah.
Okay. And just to backtrack, I know we're kind of going, and I really appreciate you. I feel like a lot of times when somebody's sitting here, then they have an opportunity to tell us that to just go.
I haven't had a chance to talk.
Absolutely,
all day,
and now I'm getting to hear your side, and some of this stuff is actually making more sense to me hearing what you're saying. So, but let's just backtrack just a little bit so I have further clarification. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You had mentioned when you were at that residence that there was already some problems happening about that. Can you tell me more about that?
Well, just with the people that were there, just like in a club, for instance, you're in a club or a bar, and you just see people who don't like you.
Okay.
And men being men, you know, you're gonna stand up. You're not gonna show no fear. You're gonna, you know, and things just escalate. And I chose to leave from the residence because of those people there.
Understand.
Because I'm trying to protect my whole life.
Not Nosiah, you're talking about other people at the
Those
residence.
people that were there, yes.
Gotcha. And you mentioned...
And I'm pretty sure, okay, that he knows them longer than he knows me. So that loyalty is going to be tied more to them than to me. I'm just the new friend in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
But they've been knowing him, and whatever they doing, whatever, you know. I'm just here to have a good time.
So, I don't know if I'm the only one that is confused, but you said the stepdad brought you into a room? Or Nosiah
No,
brought
yeah,
you in?
while I was there, the stepdad brought me into the room and showed me a rack of guns.
Okay, and you said it was threatening?
It wasn't threatening, it was more weird than anything. Maybe, I mean, we could speculate on that. We both can speculate. Maybe it was that he was showing it to brag or to show me he had a collection. I can't tell you that.
Okay.
Or his intentions, I don't know why, but I know that I was already a little nervous because of it. He had like a, you know, you ever seen those chiseled shotguns? And, you know, he was pumping it, and I'm like, oh my God, like, is there anything in there? You know, like that, like, is there anything in there? He was like, no. He said, if you hold the trigger down and you do it like this, it's, you know, it's automatic. And I was like, okay, and you know, the whole time I was nervous, but you know, I'm not trying to show, of course, no fear, because people feed off your fear. So I'm just trying to, you know, be nice about it and stuff. But it was a lot that was weird that day. But I don't, you know, want to go too much in detail because I'm shaking up today. And
absolutely, it sounds understandable.
My mom's shaking up. I'm shaking up, and like I say, all I know to do is drive trucks.
Yes, sir.
I'm not involved in nothing.
I'll try to get this.
Do no drugs.
Absolutely.
Because I drive trucks.
Well, because CDL.
see, I
Okay.
can't. Yeah, because they passed the law that if you fail a drug test, they take your license away.
Okay.
No,
That
I was last
includes
year.
like marijuana and stuff?
That includes any drug.
So,
Dang, okay. I didn't even know that, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah, they passed that last year in November.
okay.
so is that what the people in the house are kind of doing? Drugs and guns?
Kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense why you would want to distance yourself.
Well, I can't breathe in the smoke, so, and I don't want to seem like the uncool guy, and it's already things being said, looks and stuff, and I just wanted to leave, really did,
Okay.
honestly.
Okay. So, why was he driving your car? How did that happen?
Just because, I just wanted him to drive, maybe so that, person can have trust in you or whatever, like, you could drive, like, good. Want to just somehow brighten the day up a little bit, because I'm already, having to leave, and I'm already nervous. So I'm like, you just drive,
Okay.
That was really not even no reason, honestly.
Okay. Has he driven your car before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
so it's
he
not like he
got an
drove
accident in his car, but I'm in the car with him when he's driving.
Okay.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of trust to let someone drive your stuff. That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Okay. And were you guys fighting, or it was the people in the house, right?
Well, it was confrontation there, and as we're leaving, I'm thinking that I can vent to him, and it sparked up an argument, and I'm talking about, and me, I always, and God knows my heart. No one else has to know it, but God does. I always try to be, realer than the rest. People and how people function, people just do the bare minimum, But I always like to go above and beyond. Like, I want to tell you things that I want to save you from yourself. Like, man, you seen that? Like, I just was pointing things out to him, and I don't think he was understanding that I was coming out of a good heart. Like, bro, they're smoking in the house. That's not right.
You said he's on probation?
Yes, and I'm saying,
Okay.
that's not right that they do that. I'm just going through things, and that's his family, and the whole time I'm offending him while I'm trying to be real.
Okay. Yeah, you're trying to be a good friend, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Why did he decide to leave with you?
Because I was getting having quarrels, I guess, with the other people, and we just wanted to just separate ourselves from that.
Okay.
Because I don't know them, I was there for him.
Did an argument ensue between you and the people that were there?
Before it could get to that level, I was already leaving.
So you stepped away after
Yeah.
that? Okay. Okay. Do you remember what time that was around when you left? Was it in the morning? Was it in the afternoon?
I haven't had no rest. I drove through the night. I can't really tell you, but
It's okay.
Around what you're saying, yes.
Okay. Now, you had mentioned that you had gone there to have a good time. Did he invite you there to come and spend time with him? Okay. Now, you guys left together in that vehicle, and it sounds like he was driving the car. Tell me more about that. What happened?
So it was basically, like I told you, I'm just talking about
You're
things that's
expressing
going
how you feel.
about that household, and
Yeah.
I wasn't raised like that. My mom and my dad, I was raised in a good home, so, and and I was raised kind of like in the hood, but the way that they live and the things that he was telling me is just, it was kind of weird, because why would you tell me things about your family, and I'm kind of diving deeper into what you're saying, and then you turn around and get mad at me.
Okay, so he didn't receive how you felt.
So my thing is, well, why would you tell me about those things in the first place? If when I give an opinion, it's gonna ensue,
Mhm.
And one thing led to another, where it's just heating up when I'm trying to calm it down, and I'm just trying to talk about what happened. I'm just trying to elaborate. Like, I don't like those people. I don't want to be around them, and it's just, the argument is just going on and on and on and on.
While
And
you're
I'm trying to, yes, and I'm trying to find a solution to it.
Okay. How was
and
he
also
receiving
too, I cooperated with the state a while ago because of something that was going on, and I've had a lot of backlash about that. People pulling guns and things that I've already been through. Like I said, I've been stabbed 2 times. My car has been shot up, and because I cooperated people call it snitching or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I have people still currently, you know, I guess looking for me or whatever, and life hasn't been easy, and I just try to move forward, and I try to diffuse situations and be a good person, but sometimes your good ain't their good, and when words are jumping off, you get nervous. We both have guns. I mean, what do you expect?
This is the first crack in the story. Valencia has been describing an argument that escalated. Frustration, jealousy, threats. And then, almost in passing, he says it. We both have guns. What do you expect? It's not a confession, but it's the first time he's confirmed what investigators already knew, that he was armed at that gas station. The detective doesn't react. He just keeps listening, because Valencia is still talking, and he has a lot more to say.
You mentioned he chose to pull the car over.
Yes. And the whole time I'm nervous.
Where was that?
At the gas station.
Okay. And are you familiar with that gas station? Have you been there before?
No.
Okay. Do you remember?
I didn't want him to pull the car over. I didn't. I wasn't even driving. I did not want him to pull the car over. Anything. I was just let's go home. I'm begging him. I got on my knees.
To go back to your house, or?
To let's just go back to having a good time.
So what happened when?
And I should have learned because of my last case. And you can go into that. It's on record. It's already dismissed. And the same thing. Hang with the wrong crowd of people. Yes, everything was good. They whatever with that case, and I got it sealed and stuff like that. And y'all don't understand. It's just it's really a hurt for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I've cried so many tears. It's like I can't even cry no more because the work that I've put in to get where I'm at is crazy. And no, just grinding the legal way. No, nothing, just working. And sometimes, you don't. When I was talking to the officer, I mean, he didn't want to talk too much because he wanted me to talk to you guys. And I was telling him, a young man sometimes doesn't want to just talk to mama and grandma. You want to have friends. You want to be around people. You want to be loved. Mom's love is wonderful, but you've been with mom all your life. Grandma, same way. You want to find love and get love from other people. And especially, I have no connection to my dad or my dad's side. I'm just left with my mom's side, and my mom's side is racist. I'm biracial. So you're just out here looking for it, and you're just finding the wrong. And I should have learned from the last time. Just let God bring people to you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't chase friends or whatever. Let your friends come to you. And that's the lesson I've learned, and I should have kept up with. It's best to stay to yourself.
So when he pulled over, you guys were still arguing? Is that why he pulled over? Or
he pulled over because in my opinion, for threatening reasons. I felt, like I told you, I felt scared because of the pulling over.
Is it because of something he said, or just the act itself was, you perceive that as threatening?
Well, he was getting offended. He was saying things to me that wasn't nice. And he was, kind of issuing out threats and stuff, and also about the people that were at the house to come to the gas station as well.
To come to the gas station to hurt you or to pick him up?
To hurt me.
Is that what he said, or is that what
That's what he said.
He said that they were going to come and hurt you?
Yes.
Okay.
And the whole time, the reason why I even tarried was just to get him to calm down and to get us to get back to normal. And I begged and begged, like, let's just get back to normal. I don't know what to do. I don't want to leave, because I don't really, just mom and grandma. I want to, keep the day, going and stuff, and that was really it.
You didn't want to leave to go back to mom and grandma? Is that what you meant?
Just, I wanted everything to go back to normal, sir.
Okay. And back to normal would be go back to the party, or?
Everything to calm down.
Okay. Okay. Just you and him both calming down, basically.
Yes, everybody there, just everybody calming down, and just everything going back to normal.
Sure. Okay. So what specifically were you telling him that you were upset about?
Those specifics I can tell you. I just, I want to probably, I heard my mom was saying, you want to talk to an attorney as well about some things too. And I want to go into details, but we live in a world where everybody's not on your side. And I understand you have a job to do. And I respect that, I honor that. And that's why I'm just telling you the truth with what I have for you. Y'all have a job to do, and I respect that. I have no hard feelings on either end. But, some things I would want to talk to an attorney to make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as well.
Yes, sir. Okay.
But I want to let you know, I'm not the aggressor, and I know your mom, my mom has said that as well. Probably, I don't know. Never have been the aggressor in anything that you look at, any track record of what I've been through. Never have been the aggressor. Okay. Never tried to be the aggressor. Only trying to defend myself in my own life.
So, I know you mentioned you wanted to talk to a lawyer for you said anything specific.
Yeah, to go into those details. It's kind of like those are the details that a prosecutor would ask, during trial and stuff like that.
So I guess our main concern, our main question is you keep saying that you're not the aggressor.
Right. Correct.
Can you help us understand that better?
Yeah, why do you want us to know that and understand that?
Because
I guess we need to understand.
I feel like that's common sense.
Well, I know, but we need to understand kind of what that means. Like, when you say, what are the circumstances that you're talking about when you say you weren't the aggressor?
The circumstances are, and some of the things, I was explaining, and I just go back to some of the things I was already explaining, and you can pull it back up on whatever recording or whatever, the things I've previously said.
Right, you said that
the whole time I was nervous, and it was slow, constant build up, and you don't know when the balloon's going to pop.
Right. So we don't want to speculate.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we're trying to ask you from your point of view, kind of.
I know
what took place, because we don't understand kind of what was going on in your head, and we don't understand what's going on in his head at the time, because we weren't there. So we're trying to understand. You're saying that you weren't the aggressor.
Trying to defuse the situation. I never made no threats for nothing to anybody.
Okay. And so when you say that, what do you just the argument?
Even in the argument, I was still trying to calm everything down.
Right.
Begging that I'm making myself into, I guess a woman, instead of using bad language, making myself less of a man to try to see if things can even out, because I have no pride. It's really no pride in me. I don't care if you want to win the argument, cool. I just want things to get back to normal. At the end of the day, you're driving my car and this is going on. I didn't think it was going to go on. I'm thinking I'm leaving a situation and able to talk to my friend about things that were going on, right, and things that I feel wasn't right. And it led into more things, and I should have known, because he's known all of them longer than I've known than he's known me. So
was he on the phone? Kind of help me understand that. You said he was going to contact these people, or he did contact these people? From my point of view, he contacted them, and was telling them where he was at, and that's mainly in your presence. You guys are still in the car when he's making this phone call?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember specifically what he said to them?
We could talk about that more. another. I mean, like you said,
At another time.
Yeah, we don't want to.
Okay. I guess maybe what would help me understand it better, Jonathan, is explain to me how you weren't the aggressor. Because at the end of the day, I mean, you seem like that's something that's important for us to know. How are you not the aggressor? I know you said that you were trying to keep things and keep them normal, and you just wanted things to go back to normal, and you kind of wanted this argument to end with Nosiah.
Yeah.
Explain to me what you mean by
I feel like
you weren't the aggressor.
It's like a sword almost, because I want to leave, but I want things to also go back to normal, and I'm trying to get things to go back to normal as well. And that's where
Let me try to put it.
I feel as though I'm not the aggressor, because I was trying to leave, but I also wanted us to.
I'm gonna tell you right now, just the way you're describing that, it sounds like you're not the aggressor, just the way you're saying that. Okay, but do you understand? Like, you need to elaborate on how you're not the aggressor.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Can I give you an example that kind of we deal with?
No, I understand.
Okay.
I want to, but I want to also leave things, because my mom told me, you want to leave things.
You don't want to be too specific.
I want to leave some things for the attorney. That's all.
Gotcha.
I understand what you're saying, and I want to tell you everything. If it was a perfect world, I'd tell you everything right now.
So
I promise.
say when we do any kind of investigation, there's some kind of altercation between two or more people. We like to talk to everybody obviously involved to understand. For example, we work a domestic violence incident and the female ends up getting injuries and the male doesn't, right? And both people decide not to talk to us. We're kind of forced to speculate based on what we're seeing alone.
Yeah, I understand.
To understand what happened.
Yeah. But
when we look at the bigger picture, it's possible that the person with injuries wasn't the aggressor, but we weren't there. So if that person doesn't explain to us how they weren't, we don't know.
Right.
And so we're kind of backed into a corner where we're having to assess a situation with what we have, which is the physical evidence, because we don't understand the whole context of what actually occurred.
Right.
So that's kind of what we're trying to do now, and that's what we're trying to give you an opportunity to explain is, you say you're not the aggressor, and I believe you, but we don't really know what that means. We know what the word aggressor means, but we don't understand how it fits into this context. Does that make sense?
I understand.
So, like I told you before, we may ask you questions that you're not comfortable answering, and all you gotta say is, I'm not comfortable answering that question, and we'll move on. But what are you comfortable telling us?
I feel like I have told you a lot, and what I did say was the truth, and I want to keep it that way. I don't want to say anything that's not the truth. I feel like that is respect.
So
in
absolutely,
it's just telling the truth, honestly.
If we give you a few minutes to maybe think about,
I don't have to think about anything.
Okay. I just didn't know if you
don't
wanted
want
to
to
formulate
say anything right now.
Okay.
Regarding specific details that that you have mentioned. Going into those real nitty-gritty specific details that would come up in a trial, or those real points that would prove any case. And I'm pretty familiar with it. I mean, it's common sense, I believe, in my head.
Well, we explain things the way we do because it's not common sense for most people.
But I have a good. I feel like I have
so
a good.
I can tell you're not a dumb guy, and I certainly don't think you are. But the reason we break things down is to make sure that it's clear.
I mean, you have a job to do as well.
Well, it's also to help us understand too, and to make sure we're on the right track, because we don't want to speculate and we don't want to put words in your mouth. So if we might sound dumb sometimes when we ask questions that seem kind of redundant, but it's just because we want to make sure we understand.
And also too, while we're talking, where did my mom go? Because I know the police officer was saying that I would be able to talk to my mom briefly.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure where she went right now. I'm sure we could find that out for you before we leave. That's not a problem. Your mother was very respectful with us, and
Yeah, I know
she was
she
very
was
forthcoming.
Very hurt as well.
And it sounded like she really wanted you to do the right thing from what we gathered from her.
Of course.
So
That's true. That's how she is. That's who she is.
So just going back to what we were talking about with Nosiah, okay? For clarification from me, were you in a relationship with him at all?
That's something else I don't want to.
Okay, and that's okay.
That's your business.
You don't have to tell me. I'm asking that because someone had mentioned that, but if we don't want to discuss that, that's fine, okay? Were any of the people at this party that you were at, did any of them threaten you with a firearm or anything like that?
Oh, I thought you was going to ask another question, but
Okay.
no. Maybe if I would have.
Now, I know
stated
Stepdad was showing the firearm, okay.
Yeah, but
Okay. And now, I know you mentioned that you also carry a
I
firearm.
feel like almost everybody in there carried.
Okay. So, did you have a firearm today when you were with Nosiah?
I said everybody carried.
Okay, so
Everybody
you
was
did?
carrying, yes.
Okay. Now, when you left with Nosiah, what was the plan? Where were you guys gonna go? I know he ended up pulling
Well,
off
I
into a
mean,
gas station, but
I feel like the plan.
I know you were
never
trying to
succeeded,
distance
so, I mean,
yourself. Okay.
I don't want to really delve into that
No
because
problem.
it never even got there. So I mean,
Okay.
if it would have got there, everything, I mean, then we wouldn't be here now.
Yeah, I mean,
And
that makes sense.
That just I guess made me feel worse
Okay.
because I wish that plan would have.
Did Nosiah mention that he wanted to go with you at that time? Okay. Did it seem like he was
At
willing
that
to go
time,
with you?
at that time, yes.
Okay.
As we were riding is when things started, sparks, I guess,
Sure.
were flying.
Sure. Okay. So he was willing to go with you and left, and then you let him drive, obviously. And I know you don't really want to tell me what the plan was to go to or anything like that. Were people there? I don't know if we touched base on this, but were people at that residence? Were they aware that you guys were going to go? Okay. And when I mean they, I mean like Nosiah's family? Okay. You seem like you're getting a little emotional.
A bit emotional.
Okay.
I just want God to take over every situation. I just want God to take over the situation, even as I speak right now. I just want God to take over the situation.
Okay. Well, so can you explain to me what happened when you got to the gas station?
I don't want to repeat myself, but not right now. I mean, those are the things I want to talk to with an attorney.
Okay. Is there anything else that you think we should know about this situation before we step out of here?
Well, I feel like there's things that I should know before you guys step out of here. Like, where am I going from here?
Okay.
What's going on? Where, my mom and, those kind of things.
Yeah, we can get those answers for you and then readdress it with you. I know you're becoming emotional. Do you need a water or anything?
Maybe I just used the bathroom. I haven't had any water.
Okay,
Since,
we'll get you some water.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we give you a second and then come back and then we can kind of go from there?
Well, I wanted to just get that answer to the question I, just asked.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your question is, where are you going from here?
Yeah. Where's my mom? And just
I'll be
things.
honest with you. I don't know where your mom went because I'm in here talking to you now. So that's something that I can try to figure out for you. As far as where you're going, I mean, I guess that's up to you. I mean, but I think you really want to know where your mom is, so we can go out and figure out where she's at, and then kind of go from there.
And I also want to know
Did she come here in a vehicle, police car? I'm guessing.
Yeah, we both did.
So
I was driving and she was behind me.
Oh, so I don't know if she's here still or if she went home, but because we have no idea where we didn't escort her out of the building. So I don't know where she is, but we can ask the person.
I mean, she was definitely done speaking with us, so we have nothing further to say to her at this point. So
You talked to her for a while.
yeah. Okay. I mean, we can try to ask somebody and go from there, get you a water.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and also too, where am I going from here as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's at this point, you know, I don't think there's anything further for us to ask you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, where am I going from here? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, we're not placing you under arrest or anything right now, if that's what your concern is.
Yeah.
We're basically, you know, obviously trying to get your side of the story. It sounds like, you know, there's details you don't want to share with us, but that's something that we'll address at a later date. Yeah. Why don't I get you some water? And then
I'll say it. Well, let me ask the question.
Sure,
am I
sure,
being
go ahead.
placed under arrest today?
Not right now. Yeah.
I just
we're straight shooters. If that was going to happen,
we would have told you that a while ago. I feel like. I mean, I don't know what Jacksonville does. I'm not saying they do the right or wrong thing, but
I'm not too familiar with the thing. I just was asking.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, we expect you to be honest with us. We also are going to be honest with you. We're not going to BS you.
Right.
All right. Because like you don't want to lose credibility with us. We don't want to lose credibility with you, and we don't want you to think we're trying to deceive you or trick you or any of that stuff. We're just, like I said, our job is just to fact find and try to fill in some holes and try to understand the story from the people who were involved. So that's all we do. That's why we talk to people. So I'm gonna go get you a water. I don't know if they have cold ones or not. Does that? Okay.
It could be tap water.
I'll get you a bottle of water. I just don't know.
Yeah, we're not going to give you tap water.
Do you have a preference if they do have cold or lukewarm?
Of course, cold, but, well, not of course, but.
I like room temperature water, that's what I'm asking.
Anything.
Okay. I'll see what they got.
Thank you, sir.
Alright.
All right, I'm going to step out too. Is there anything else you want to tell me before we go?
How much does that attorney cost?
Yeah, it's something for you to find out, bud. Sorry, okay? Listen, you know, for what it's worth, I really do appreciate you talking to me, okay?
I think that, and I do understand that, you know, you guys have a job.
Yeah, but, so, just so you understand, like, I just want you to know, like, if you do want to talk to me, I'll leave my information with you, okay?
I actually was going to ask you for your card as well. Appreciate it.
Okay. And then he'll get you a water and we'll kind of go from there, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Jonathan.
You're welcome.
The detective has been circling closer and closer to the gas station. What happened when you got there? Where your mind was? What he did with his hands? And Valencia draws the line. That's something he wants to discuss with an attorney. The detective doesn't push. He offers water. He steps out. But while Valencia is sitting alone in that room waiting, his mother is in the next room being interviewed by Marion County investigators. She was loading his belongings into her car when deputies arrived. She drove him from Jacksonville to this building. And she tried to warn him through the wall. Don't say anything until you're in the car. When the detective comes back, Valencia decides to keep talking anyway.
All right, Mr. Valencia. All right, so, you know, I want to be upfront with you first, okay? I did lie to get you to come here, okay? Just so you understand, okay? It's nothing personal against you or anything like that. But in our line of work, I mean, especially with how serious this warrant is, you know, I can't just, we need to make it as safe as possible, if that makes any sense, okay?
So what am I charged with?
You're going to be charged with murder, okay? But I'm going to tell you right now, like, now that we're in here and that we're talking, because I don't know if you remember, but it was me and Mike here. Same people when we talked to you initially, okay? But I just want you to understand that at this point, now's really your last opportunity to really tell us whatever you want at this point, okay? Because when we were talking to you initially, you know, when you didn't talk to us, we had to go off of the evidence that we had, not your personal statement, okay? We didn't really get that from you because there were details you didn't want to talk about, specifically about the incident, okay? And we've already gathered, you know, plenty of evidence at this point, but it's now going to be your opportunity to explain to us what happened, okay? Now, I thought you were going to be a little bit more upset when I came in here, okay, and you aren't that way, and I appreciate that.
It's just out of state of shock.
Yeah, okay.
Just to be fair.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
But so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to read you these rights, okay?
Sure.
And then when you understand them, I'm going to have you initial them, okay? Do you have any questions or anything like that before we get started? It was the same type of situation we had when we were up in Jacksonville, more or less, okay? All right, so you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can I have your initial right here? All right. So, and then having these rights in mind, you wish to talk to us now. Okay, let me just have you sign right here because you already initialed next to that one. And then can you print your name, please? I know it's kind of hard to write on the folder, but...
I can give you my notebook if you like.
That's okay. Make it out there. There we go, let's see. All right, so time is 2:56. All right, so at this point, what I'd like to do is maybe it'll help if I explain what I have first, and then you kind of fill in the blanks. Does that work for you?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. So I know you and Nosiah went up there to the gas station. I don't think that was the initial plan. I think when you guys were leaving, there was an argument that happened, and then basically Nosiah pulled off into the gas station. And he was driving that car, is that correct? Okay. And it was that car that you thought you were picking up today?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what were you guys arguing about?
I thought you was going to explain further about what it is that you say you have.
Yeah, sure. So I guess maybe this will help if I rephrase this. So
maybe not out to me.
No, it's nothing like that. So I guess the reason why I stopped there is because that's kind of where we were stopping when I was talking with you initially, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
Because that night when I was asking you, hey, what were you guys arguing about? You didn't want to tell me. So now I want to give you the opportunity to explain to me what you guys were arguing
I'm just saying, what probable cause do you have to arrest me? That's what I want to know.
Well, so the probable cause that I have to arrest you is that during the day, there's video surveillance of you shooting Nosiah. Okay?
Okay.
And then we later found the gun off the side of the road, and it matched the weapon that was used in the crime.
Right.
So, that's the probable cause.
Okay.
But I'm trying to figure out on your end what caused that to happen. Because something had to have happened that caused you to get that upset to do that. So, what were you guys...
Video surveillance footage show?
You shooting and killing him.
Okay.
So that's what I'm asking you is what caused you to get to that point?
Well, I'm just going to... Can I ask a question too?
Sure, you can ask us whatever you want.
Why would it be important if you have the video surveillance footage and everything that, what you're saying, that
sure.
This is what happened, then why is there even an interview?
Well, because I need to know your mindset when that was happening. I can't go inside your mind and figure out why you got to that point. Only you can tell me that. You didn't tell me that initially, and usually there's a reason why that happens. I don't think, especially after dealing with you and talking with you, I don't think you're one of these worst people, that monsters that would do something
kill somebody cold-blooded.
I wouldn't have a job.
Exactly.
I
You
wouldn't
have a
have my own
CDL, you're a
place.
truck driver.
I wouldn't drive
so
a Genesis.
I guess
all the credit is in my name showing.
correct. So I guess if I could phrase it this way, there's usually two types of people that we deal with, okay? There's people that made a mistake, and there's people that are absolute monsters that are going to kill somebody in cold blood for no reason, okay? I mean, which one do you think you are at that point? Do you think you're a monster, or do you think you just made a mistake that day?
No, I didn't make a mistake.
Okay.
I generally was nervous, and I already had went through a number of things. Like I said, I cooperated with the state before on something else. About, I guess, testifying against someone else.
Okay.
And I had a gun kind of like somewhat pulled on me in front of the corner store at whatever. The gun that he had was taken from me initially.
Okay.
Right. And I just looked past it. I'm like, well, I'm gonna get it back, or anything. I get like I think that night he just kind of like drove off. Like I didn't give him permission to have the gun or anything. He just kind of like took it. It was just getting kind of upset. It was just like riding on this, just like kind of at my apartment, like. And I was like, you gonna give it back? And he was like, no, I don't have it, whatever. Kind of almost ran me over with a car, but he didn't run me over all the way because he was nervous, of course, to get in trouble,
no problem.
as we all are. And then he said, oh, I got the gun right here, da-da-da. So somehow from that point, should have been it. Like, that should have been the last time we seen each other, right? Then fast forward, it's kind of like talking, like, making things right.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you, and I'm going to let you explain, but I guess how recent was that? Was that like...
okay. From the point where he passed away to the point where I met him was about 2 to 3 months. I don't know him that well.
Okay, so it was like 2 to 3 months, okay.
That I've known him,
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Basically, the argument was about that. The argument, like I said before, was previously about what was going on in the house. I already was nervous. I was already... Excuse me.
Do you want water?
No, that's
You're
just...
okay.
I smoke.
Okay.
I already was nervous. I already, like I said, you've probably heard, listen to that. I don't have to go back through that again. So, but that's true. I'm going to stand on what happened. I have no reason to lie. And I told you everything, but everything I said was true.
Okay.
And I felt like at that moment, with everything going on, I'll say this, and you can believe or not, not believe, but obviously we're here for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to hear something. And I wanted to tell you this that day, but if he did what he did to me, to one of those people that just detained me or arrested me,
okay,
he would have been shot.
He would have been shot?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Plenty of times that he could have killed me. It was just a thing that who got who first.
I gotcha.
And that's honestly how it was. I was on my knees. Did you see me on my knees and stuff and whatever? Did you see that?
I saw you arguing with him.
Did you ever see me get on my knees?
I saw him sit down.
But you never seen me get on my knees.
Mm-hmm. So tell me more about that. What do you mean by that?
Pleading, begging, and I told you that day.
Okay.
I questioned just to see if you remembered what we talked about the last time.
Like begging him to go back with you?
Begging everything to stop.
Okay, begging everything to stop.
Yes.
Okay. Or the way you phrased it in the past was going back to normal. Like,
yeah,
okay.
But that's part of it, though, because that was the initial plan.
Okay.
And that was it.
Okay. So when you were begging him to go back to normal, where did you go down on your knees? Like in...
Well, I think at one point I was on one knee and both knees, and then...
Okay. Was he already sitting down at that point, or...?
I'm not sure. It all happened so quick. I'm not sure if he sat down or not.
Okay. Well, maybe this will help too, because you mentioned that he had a firearm that he took from you, and then you were kind of basing that specific scenario on what happened just previously, and if he would have done that, he would have gotten shot.
No. I'm talking about the day. If what he did that day to an officer, or like the position I just was in further up the road, he would have been shot, is what I'm saying.
Okay, I got you.
Meaning that his hand was around his gun.
Okay.
Just as well as if I did that, no doubt about it. No hesitation, nothing.
It would have just been
For me,
immediately that.
no, it would have been immediately me passing away.
Okay.
My hand on a gun, no matter what, it would have been me passing away by the hands of an officer.
Okay.
So, and it's not like uncommon. That's why you say like, oh, you came in here, you're not as. It's first of all is people, innocent people go to jail all the time.
Sure.
Jail is way better than death. Okay, especially death without God. Death without God is what I fear way more. Jail, prison, federal prison, dying without God is my ultimate fear. Jail, prison is nothing. My brother was an officer, sentenced to 24 years in prison, federal prison in Illinois. He was a police officer, doing the same job you were doing. He was a detective. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's above the law.
Right.
So it's like I'm not that. I mean, I just so many things in my life that I've seen is just it doesn't like hit me as hard as maybe an average person. Cause I've just seen so much.
I got you.
But that's what I'm standing on. If he would have did the same thing like that day, or like I did what he did that day at the gas station here,
Mm-hmm.
it'd have been the same thing. I'm standing on the same thing. It's nothing. The situation didn't occur that long, so it's not a lot that I can tell you.
Right. So it
Okay.
happened like quick. You mean?
Everything happened quick from the time we left in the car. The arguments, we're talking about several different factors. We're talking about the incident that happened at the house with just the weirdness of everything going on.
And if you don't mind, let me just pause you real quick because
You're trying to send him in.
I'm just trying to understand like what you mean by it. So he took a fire. Do you know what firearm he took from you?
Yeah, it was the 9, the two-tone pistol that was on him.
What color was it?
It was a two-tone. That's what we call it, like a two-tone pistol.
Okay.
But it was probably like a SIG 365 thing.
Okay. But so that was one of your weapons that he stole from you?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know when that happened, or? I know you said like you've only known him for 2-3 months, but
pinpoint it. But it was just not stole like he kicked my door and stole it. It's just you're in the house, you picked it up, and where you going? Oh man, I'm da-da-da. And I'm like, what? I'm like, you say you have my gun or something? Cause see me, I'm real quick. I don't slip. Oh, no, whatever. I don't got it. I don't have it on me. And I'm like, I said, man, don't go. I said, don't go. No. Of course, my money. I opened the passenger door, and that's how I halfway or whatever got ran over through the door and backing up with that door open.
Okay, when that initial incident happened.
So it's already a built up like nervousness with him already prior to that situation. And being that he has something on him, see, I'm old school. I'd rather go around the building, get it out, you win, I win. Okay.
Yeah, no guns involved.
No.
Yeah.
No. But when a man carries a gun, it changes the whole dynamics of how a man can handle a situation.
Okay.
Now, you might just say, oh, I could have, why didn't you leave? I had an opportunity to leave. I came back for the same reason why I was on my knees crying. It's just all the same thing. Okay. It's nothing like too complex, especially with the mind of a human.
Right.
There's nothing complex with it.
Okay.
We're all the same people. We all do the same different things. We all think about the same things, no matter your disposition, the way you carry yourself, your personality, a little different, but we're all the same.
Honestly, I really appreciate you being rational about that, because that is.
But I felt threatened, and that's it. I mean, like you said, all the things that I've muscled up, the lifestyle I live.
Sure.
If you drug test me right now, you'll find no drugs. I drive trucks, so that means you wouldn't want to waste your money on a drug test.
Okay.
Because I'm randomly tested from what the federal government or whatever regulates, guilty. Well, anyways, but what I'm saying is, I live a lifestyle.
The Florida Department of Transportation.
Yeah, FDOT. Yeah. I live a lifestyle that's out the way. But when people was making threats and having their hand around, their gun and stuff, you don't know what else to do. Now, I do know the law. I've read the Stand Your Ground law a few times, so I know what my rights are.
Okay.
And at that time, at that moment, now it's up to the judge to decide. But from my words out of my mouth, from me myself, I felt like that's what I had to do to defuse the situation after I've already put myself back in the situation out of a good heart.
Sure.
That's how I felt.
Okay. So I guess my only question, and it's not, I shouldn't sit here and say it's not that I don't believe you, but I know that that's what you believe. Right. So I guess what I'm asking is, why didn't you tell us that initially, like that day?
Well, partly because of what my mom said through the walls when we were together.
Okay.
Don't say anything. So, but I wanted to, and I told her. She was like, even on the way here, we were talking. She was like, "Son, I tell you don't say nothing, but I know you feel like you're innocent. You want to talk." I said, "Mom, sometimes it's best to talk to them, because if you don't, it kind of seems like you're at fault."
Right.
Even though, legally, maybe a lawyer might say, don't say something.
I know, but I'll tell you this. When we initially talked to you, it did seem like you were
hiding something because I'm not talking. But my mother, I'm 23 years old, right? So my mother instructed me to do that. I'm talking. I feel like I'm already doing something against her will.
Yeah.
So that answers basically your question.
Okay. All right. So you said you felt threatened, and now we're going back to this actual incident, not the one where he took the gun and the.
Don't even worry about it.
Yeah. Okay. So we're back at this gas station, right? Can you just walk me through how this incident happened? I know it happened quickly. Mm-hmm. I know you even just said yourself there's not a lot to say about it, but just describe to me what went through your mind in that moment and when that incident occurred. Just tell me more about that.
How far do you want me to go back?
How about when Nosiah initially pulls in to the gas station?
Okay, so right before he pulled in, I'm telling him don't pull in. When he was pulling into the gas station, it wasn't to get out and go home.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because if that was the case, then he would just been walking off from just walking off. If he felt threatened by me, you know what I'm saying? Like he would have just been like walking off or something. Like no, it was like more like I'm pulling over this car like to show you something, like to prove you something. And I've had it where guys, they come around me and they feel like they have to play a role or play a part because of my appearance or something like that, to act tough. From my knowledge, he's not from the hood. So maybe or may not, you don't know how to act. Just be yourself. That's what it is. I had a past history in the neighborhood, just living there. You have no choice where you live. You don't have choice what you're born into. That's what I was born into. And that's where I was at. I know how to conduct myself and things like that, but you can't say things like that to people. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show you something. You playing with me. Just saying things like threats, kind of like. So he's pulling the car over, and my heart drops in the passenger seat. I feel like I'm back in the situation with the last case when I was in the passenger seat. My friend robbed the dude in the front seat.
Okay.
The dude didn't know him. He knew me, and then I ended up getting arrested and having to go through all this. So I feel like I'm back in the situation. Things are vividly coming back in my mind, but I don't have too many people in my life. I explained that to you before.
Okay.
So I take my friends, people that I'm around, seriously. Like, nobody wants to be by themselves. Loneliness, you could say, well, it's the best option, but at that time, it don't feel like it is. You want to have a connection. You want to have some kind of someone you can go and hang out with. Not to be normal or to be like someone, no, just to have company other than just your mom and grandma. That's all it was. I never wanted to hurt him, but he kept making these threats. Pulling over the car was like a threat to me by what he said and pulling it over, because I'm like, dude, you could just keep driving.
Yeah. Or just turn around and go home, or, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But pulling it over and just saying, oh, I'm going to show you something. Maybe he didn't mean it. And I've thought about this over this month. I've been sitting home. I've been crying. So when you see me now, it's like I've cried all my tears. I miss him. Mm-hmm. It's like, I tell my mom, I'm like, it's not hard to go to jail. It's not. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like I wanted to die right there with him. I would. If I could have died right there with him, I would prefer it. But of course, I want to go to heaven. I don't want to die without telling God, I'm sorry and nothing like that. But I've been in abusive relationships. You can tell, and you see this right here. And I didn't tell him. The judge even made me do probation because she was mad that I did. She felt like I was being nasty in her courthouse. Mm-hmm. I got stabbed again here and in my head.
I remember you showing me your.
That was at 20.
Yeah. Or you said
He's
got
not in
stabbed
prison.
10
He's not in
times?
jail.
Right.
Yeah, one time, and I got stabbed multiple times another time.
Okay.
By two people I was close with. Somebody I knew. It's always like that.
Yeah.
It's always like that. People don't just do things for no reason, right? Unless it's like a mistaken identity. But I've been through things. These things is what wires the brain to, like, I feel like I'm just in defense. I feel like I have never caught a break. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you just can't, like, not accept the fact of the existence of God, because you see the devil. I mean, in your line of work, I know you see it. And in my own personal life, I've seen it. The devil, he just comes, but see, these material things don't mean nothing. It's not about that. I'm glad I'm still here. Well, I thank God I'm still here. And I'm still living to still be able to make it up there, because that's what my mind thinks about. But I'm trying to just...
That's okay.
I
appreciate you telling me everything. I know sometimes you want to, like, tell me everything all at once.
Yeah, because I also too, I feel bad
so.
that now you saying that, I feel bad that I didn't say all this. I wish I should have, but who knows what's the right way? I mean,
well, I'll tell you, if you would have told us that you felt threatened that night, I mean, that's a little bit different than the way we took it. Because when you didn't tell us anything, you got to be honest with you.
Because I had to hear my mom in the other room say something, and then you guys turned up the music.
Well, we didn't turn it up. I mean, we were in Jacksonville, so whoever turned up the music,
No, you were. I'm saying you were there when we did. Oh no, you were still arriving. You were still heading here. You're saying you weren't there yet. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you didn't get a chance. But yeah, that's.
He's saying we didn't have anything to do with turning up music or anything.
We actually, when we initially talked to your mom, we didn't know why music was playing in there.
Okay.
We asked.
We actually had to get out and go say, hey, what? There's like the radio's on or something.
Yeah.
So,
No. You guys were there because you just were talking to her and she was crying.
Okay.
And that's when you had left her room and she was crying, I guess about, you said that he passed away at the hospital. That made her emotional. And then she said through the walls, because we were next door to each other.
Right.
She said, son, please don't say nothing. Wait till you get into
Okay, so she did influence
and you guys were. That's how I had to think about it for a second.
Well, if she did say that, that's not something that I guess I observed. I'm not doubting you.
No.
I mean, especially with the music playing and stuff, if you guys, I guess, are wall to wall, you can't really hear it.
No, we heard each other because it was low.
Okay.
They turned it up.
They turned it up.
They turned it up.
Okay.
Where we could not, at that point then, we could not hear each other.
Okay.
But
I understand. So we got to the point where he pulls off. You
pulls
feel
off.
threatened just that alone.
Yes.
Okay.
He gets out the car.
Okay.
I get out the car.
Sure.
And we're going back and forth, about, just different things like what led up to it, like the situation at the house. I'm talking about the guy that was, at the house. It just felt like, weird. These guys are here. It's a family like setting, kind of like who are these people, and they're looking at me weird, crazy. It just that has nothing to, like, I guess, do with what you want to hear. But we're talking about that situation.
Well, let me just stop you for a second, because it's not that it doesn't have anything to do with it, because maybe it'll help describe like where your mind was prior to you going there. I mean, you're saying these people are looking at you weird. Like, tell me more about that. What are you talking about?
Well, looking at me weird, kind of
like did someone, not Nosiah, I get that we were just talking about Nosiah, but I'm talking about when you're at the house. Like,
when I got there, people are drinking, he's drinking.
Okay.
Everybody in the house, is drinking and stuff, so I'm walking into this and I see guys. Now, I've been to the house before, I've met his grandparents, family and everything, so these are guys I've never seen. They're looking at me weird, looking at me funny, and it don't feel right. Like, I don't feel right. I don't feel like safe or anything like that. I feel like they never really didn't like me like that.
Why do you think that is?
I guess because the mom didn't like him being around me because I think something where she gets, I think, like $1,000 or something for him staying there, as far as like her rent is concerned.
Okay.
That's one of the reasons. And it's just the looks and stuff like that. I guess we kind of had, a few words or whatever like that, and it's just like kind of just hostile. And I just just felt weird. And I'm, like you said, I'm sleepy. I'm not comfortable. And the kind of person I am is like, if I come over and I want to hang out, and then I see, like, even just with a friend, I see just other people, I'm going to feel funny. So, I kind of had a few words like that there. I talked to the stepdad, the mom, and I'm just talking to them like kind of telling them what's going on without saying it, but I'm saying it to them in Spanish, and because they don't understand. So I'm just talking to them, and stepdad, he's just staying out of it. He's just there, he's just playing a role. The mom is like, it's everybody's family. She's cooking for everybody, and then I'm getting upset because it's like, I don't like what's going on. I don't like what I see. I don't like what I'm experiencing. This ain't how the other times I've came over here. Nosiah sees that I'm bothered, and it's like, well, like we already got plans. We don't have to stay here. We already stayed here long enough. We can just go. And like I said, just to diffuse the situation, I said, it's all right. You can drive the car.
Okay.
And as we're on,
were you drinking or anything at all then?
No.
Okay.
No. I myself wasn't drinking. The bottle was damn near done. They didn't have nothing else. I probably would have.
Okay.
But they were already drinking. It was like it's a bunch of them in the house. So,
okay. Do you remember what type of bottle or anything?
I don't know. It was like a clear bottle, like maybe tequila.
Okay.
With a blue label on the front, but I didn't get to see like what it said on it.
So maybe 1800 or something like
gut
that.
Rut.
Okay.
My grandma calls it. But,
a gut rat? Is that
gut rut.
Oh, gut rot. Or
gut rot.
Okay.
Gut rot.
Gut rot. I got you. Okay.
And now we're back in the car, and I explained it in the last time. We're going back and forth about.
Okay. All right, that makes a little bit more sense. I'll level with you though. Initially, the way you're describing that isn't kind of how I understood it the first time, if that makes any sense. Okay, I mean, and I get it that you were kind of, obviously your mom was in the next room crying and stuff. Now it's making more sense how you were influenced in that situation, but okay. So you guys leave that location, it's decided.
On the highway, we're on the road highway.
What was the plan? I know the plan wasn't to pull off in the gas station. What was the plan again? To go
back to the apartment, play the game, chill. He smoked weed. Okay. Of course, I can't. Okay. And just chill, go to the gym. Yeah. And just chill. He had probation, so it was gonna be slide him back home, probably go out somewhere, do something, go fishing, something. Okay. Something of that sort. Trying to have fun, trying to look for fun, have fun, right? Get into something.
So now that was the plan. I don't like to assume things, but as you're traveling, there had to have been an argument that started for him to want to pull off, right? I mean, yes. You got it. Okay. So, what were you guys arguing about?
Well, personal things, like things we've already. I guess you can make it say argued. Talked about in the past that he didn't want to hear, like truth. Okay. Like things about things that I've kind of noticed. Maybe you might say, well, that's really not your place to say it, but I felt the need to say things that I felt like, like it just felt weird that these people are here, like, like they don't know, like, and I told them I'll hurt these people, like they're like I'm gonna like basically say I'm gonna defend myself. This is me talking to him on level terms as like buddies, like right. So we're talking
about back at the house, like back at the house. I would defend myself.
Exactly, like we're just talking about it, just whatever like that. And then I'm saying like, why would your mom allow this? Okay. Why is your mom so open to people in the trailer park that are just stupid and crazy, right? And just want to start problems and cause problems and stuff. Okay. And I said, look at the things and kind of the things that he's already told me about himself. I don't know unless you tell me. Like, you don't know unless I tell you. Mm-hmm. So he's told me things about the family. I'm around him, and I'm seeing it add up, and I'm like, dude, these people don't care about you.
So you bring it up in the
So I'm bringing up personal things.
I got you.
I'm thinking, like I told you last time, I'm thinking I'm helping, I'm escalating.
Oh, you think you're helping, but
I think I'm helping it by talking about it,
I got you.
But it's bringing those feelings up. Just like me talking about it, I'm kind of getting a little emotional, but I'm better now.
Yes, sir.
Saying that, hey, I'm crying all these tears out, that's what it's like, nothing else in me at this point. You know what I'm saying? But I'm bringing up these feelings out of him about his mom. Things I'm like, dude, like we're having a conversation, so I'm making my points, my case to him, and it's bringing that out. Now you could say that could cause threats, like maybe stop talking, like maybe whatever, like I don't want to hear that or whatever. Like maybe that's the reason those threats were coming out. like I'll do this to you, because he's mad that I'm saying these things that are so true. And they are true. And I won't waver from that. It was true. Mothers aren't mothers. Dad, him, and I'm not saying this as like, I mean, I know you don't really care, but that ain't a mother.
Okay. By the way,
But what he's told me, it ain't got nothing to do with the case. I'm just saying, just ethical, just like I'm just saying.
Okay.
He told me she slept with one of his friends.
Okay.
That hurt him bad. This was things that he told me just as a friend.
Okay.
He didn't have a lot of friends either. That's why we had a lot in common. I didn't have a lot of friends. He didn't have a lot of friends. We both wanted it. We've both been through things in our past, and we want to kind of change the chapter. So that was really the dynamics of our relationship.
Yes, sir. Okay.
He told me, like, and these are the things that I'm bringing up, and also comparing that with what she's doing by letting people that she's already know that's messy over here.
Okay.
They already know. I've heard about this guy, never seen him. This is my first time seeing him.
Are you talking about one of them, Josh?
I don't know his name.
Okay.
But the two other Hispanic guys that was there.
Okay, there was like but Josh is like, he's like a tall, skinny guy.
I guess you could say, yeah, that one and
Okay.
another one.
Okay. And he was one of the ones that was like looking at you weird there.
Yeah, just like weird. Like, I can't even explain it. Like weird. We said a couple words, and just even the way he was just talking to me, everything was just weird. And I was trying to understand, like, I don't know you. Like, what's all this like going on? So,
Okay.
But they already know that person is messy. That this person is like, I guess you might say troublesome, whatever word you want to use.
Okay, so
So my problem is, why are these people here? When I come over here, everything is just us, people, everybody's cool. I don't stay that long.
Yeah.
So if you know that I'm already coming, why have these people here when you already know I'm gonna leave, we're gonna slide, we're not gonna be here that long?
Sure.
It just felt set up, like a setup.
Okay.
To me, in my opinion.
Okay, and I can now the way you're describing it, I can understand that perspective and why you thought.
So you might say I'm kind of mad.
Okay.
At that
Well,
point.
see, do you see now why that's kind of important that I need to understand that
So
prior
you
to you
connect the
going?
dots.
Okay,
Yeah.
because like when you just say you get in an argument and pull off, that's not. Now I get a little bit more backstory. You're at the house. There's people acting strange. You're trying to get out of there. Nosiah is trying to go with you. Okay, that makes more sense to me. Okay, so you see why it's important for me to get kind of a fuller picture about what's happening. Okay, it's not me trying to catch a lion. It's me trying to understand what
Oh
happened.
no, you ain't gonna do it because I'm gonna tell you what happened.
Exactly. All right. So you're in the car. You obviously are arguing about this personal stuff.
So we're bringing up other things. We're bringing up,
Okay.
like, bro, like these people don't care about you, bro. Like, we're just bringing up personal
And he's
things.
obviously
and I can go
upset
through the list.
because,
He's upset because he already knows.
Well, it's his family
It's
too.
So these are
Okay.
things he already knows.
I got you.
And I'm trying to, like, kind of in a way prove myself as being better than them.
Okay.
Like, I feel like I've treated you better than these people have. And
Okay.
we just met each other. And that's how it is. We meet a person not too long ago, and they'll treat us sometimes better than our whole family. You know,
I got you.
that's how it goes.
Okay.
And,
So you guys.
and then, yeah, things are escalating to the point where he's pulling it over, and he's.
Do you
making
guys like?
threats.
So when you say escalating, tell me more about that. Where you-
Escalated, like voice getting louder.
Okay, so
He's
like
and then
he starts
starts
yelling
Yeah.
more or less. Okay.
yelling, screaming, whatever. He's in my car. I'm nervous. I'm more nervous at that point on the road, him crashing my car, because I care
Okay.
about my car.
Okay.
You know that.
Yeah, I know.
I care about my car.
Right.
I'll try to be
No, that's all
I
right.
care about my car, so I'm worried about that. I'm quiet
Okay.
because he's driving my car.
Okay.
So I'm like in a way where like I'm just trying to be cool. I don't want my car to be wrecked out. I don't know what he may or may not do. He's talking about how he's suicidal. That was another big red flag to me, because my mom would always tell me, you don't know what another person's capable of doing. Obviously, I know that what my mom was saying is true because I've been stabbed twice.
Yeah.
My car was shot up on right behind Norwood Flea Market, and that was reported to police. But my car was shot up in that instant. Just telling you things I've been through, and just not too long ago, a person of the family, the person that I told on, was talking to me and had a gun right there by the door. So these are things that I've been through, and I just walk back. I had mine, of course. I always keep mine on me. I walk back to the car.
Well, you did tell me that day you did have a gun on you when you were in the vehicle.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
and I'm not saying that's wrong or anything. I'm just saying that you did
yes,
disclose that to me.
yeah.
Okay.
So things are escalated. We're talking. I'm trying to calm them down, and it's just escalating. I'm telling them like, hey, I'm not gonna let you do that though. I promise I'm not gonna let you do that. Like it's not gonna get that point. But also I'm telling them like just chill. Like we've gotten to an argument, but not as heated as this one. And I'm like, bro, just chill. It's gonna be all right. Like please, just, don't do this. Like no, I'm gonna pull it over. It's like in a way he wasn't trying to like maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to say it the right way. Take my time. It's not like he was like trying to. I don't believe like now, not then, but now I don't believe he meant all those things. I don't think he meant all of what he said. I think that was his way of expressing concern to me, showing that I guess he cares. People can show they care in weird ways. And I feel like maybe, and this is just me probably feeling bad that he's not here anymore or feeling bad about the situation, but maybe I feel these ways. I've had a lot of time to think about it, that maybe he didn't mean those things that he was saying. Okay. But at that time, I'm taking it seriously.
Yeah, and he was clearly upset.
I'm nervous about my car.
Okay.
That's actually why I moved my car away. I didn't want my car being damaged. I'm nervous.
Okay.
I'm just doing things.
So let's get to that, because obviously I've seen video surveillance, but you said you moved your car away, which I'm aware of, but let's get to when we actually pull in there. At this point, you guys are obviously yelling, arguing.
And it's still going on.
It's escalating.
Outside.
He pulls in, and it looks like he pulls next to pump 11.
Right.
I mean, I know you're not going to really remember the pumps, but it was one of the closest pumps to the roadway. He pulls in, and then let's just why don't you just take me from there, like chronologically, like what happens?
So I'm basically like on my knees, begging, standing up. I'm walking around, pacing. I'm keeping my eye on him the whole time, and I'm like, please, let's not do this. I don't know what's going to jump off, because you don't know what's going to happen until it happens.
Okay.
And I already know this, and I'm just like, whatever. And he's still like, kind of like saying things saying things like directly to me, like kind of like, like what he'll do. Then he wanted to call his mom, called her, and then
he did call his mom.
Yeah, and then I talked to her, like kind of telling her what's going on, and he was saying like these people gonna come, there. I already, like I told you.
What people? What do you mean?
His family.
Okay.
His people. Gonna come, they're gonna do, like, he's just saying a lot of different things. Just the same thing. The same thing he was saying in the car was just being said. And we're going kind of like back and forth.
So he's like repeating what you had said to him about his family to his family?
No, he's just repeating those threats.
Okay. Can you just give me an example of one of the threats?
I'll show you better than I can tell you. I'll hurt you.
Okay.
And repeated times.
Nosiah is saying that to you?
Yes.
Okay.
And repeated times he was putting his hands on his gun.
Okay. Where was his gun?
On his waist.
Okay. Where on his waist?
Right. On your waist where you don't know.
Here?
In your front.
Right here?
Yes.
Okay.
And that is what caused me to do what I did.
Okay. All right, but let's take a step back just a little.
And that's what I said, that if he did that to an officer, I
sure,
should have mentioned that before.
Yeah, if someone's doing that, they're reaching for a gun. Yeah, they're.
I mean, what else are you waiting on?
Exactly. But so let's go back, because remember we were saying that you moved the car away.
Yes.
Okay. So I appreciate you kind of jumping to that, but I'm trying to just take it one step at a time. You know what I mean?
Well, honestly, those were just threats at that time, and I'm taking it seriously because I'm like a depressed person, suicidal person, is capable of a lot.
Sure.
But in my mind, I'm thinking maybe it's a front, maybe it's a bluff. I don't know. I'm just giving him.
Well, I know now the afterthought, or some people use a phrase like Monday morning quarterback. It's like now afterthought. I know you're thinking maybe he didn't mean that at the time, but at that time you had to take it seriously,
right,
which is completely understandable.
Right.
So, and I know how much you care about your car. So when you guys are arguing, does he ever remove any property from the vehicle?
Yeah.
Because it looked like there was like a bag and stuff over there, but I'm just asking.
It was like a bag of clothes or something.
Was that his stuff or was that your stuff?
I think it was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure all of it was his stuff. I assume it was.
Okay.
It wasn't mine.
Okay.
So that's all I can say.
Well, because I know, you remember when I did, I told you I did the search warrant on your vehicle, and like, you told me there wasn't not much stuff in there, and there wasn't, but there was bags of clothes that were in your
Okay, and there was a
car.
bag of clothes that were mine. as
Oh,
well.
okay, all right, but the
That
bags
I
of clothes that were at the
I'm pretty sure that was his.
Okay.
For sure. I have no doubt.
Do you remember where he took it out? Like, did he take it? Because I'll level with you. It's kind of a distant camera view, but it looks like, he takes it out of the vehicle, but you can't,
He
Do
just
you
sat
remember?
down, honestly.
Was it in the back seat? Was it in the trunk?
Think
Was
the
it
trunk,
next to
maybe.
him? Okay. So he goes around in the trunk, he opens it, and then he sets the stuff down?
Yeah.
Okay. At that point, before you move the vehicle, what are you saying to him? Like, what are you guys?
Same thing. I was repeating the same
Was he
thing
already
over
on the
again.
phone with his mom? Or?
That I can't. I don't know. I'm not
Okay.
sure. I can't
Because I know you talked to his mom too. It sounds like.
Yeah.
And so when you decided to get in the car and drive away, tell me about that. Tell me more about that.
I was crying the whole time,
Okay.
not knowing honestly what to do.
Okay. Now, obviously,
Of course, in retrospect, I wish I would have just kept driving.
yeah,
Kept my foot on that gas.
right. So
Yeah.
you go, and because I can see you park the vehicle.
Yes.
But then what do?
I get back out and go back to where we were
Okay.
initially.
So you go back and go talk to him.
Yes.
Okay. Now, at that point, are you guys still in this argument, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Just
And
going back and forth, talking, saying things, just whatever, just like things that I just can't believe what's going on like right now. Like
Okay.
we've never been through nothing like this.
Okay.
Not to this degree.
Like that severe.
Yes.
Okay.
And of course, we also made things get there. I also like mentioned my gun, like you gonna give it back or whatever, because we're hanging out, we're cool. At this point, we're cool.
So you
because we're
mentioned-
together. If we weren't cool, we wouldn't be together.
I gotcha.
So I mentioned also too, like returning my property back to me.
Okay.
You know,
what does he
in
say
this,
when that happens?
no, that made them like more mad. Like no,
Okay.
you're not. And that hit me as well because I'm like, oh, now I'm very nervous now.
Okay.
So
Now listen, I know this is difficult, okay? I can tell you're already kind of getting a little bit, but I'm just, having to go through this experience, right or wrong, it's
you don't get
it's
trained
incredibly,
for a day like
it's
this.
an
It's
incredibly
nothing
difficult
in your life that's
situation,
gonna prepare
okay?
you for
So
today.
I guess what I'm asking though is, you do see you on camera, you kind of walk away again, briefly, and then turn right back away and go back over him. Now this is after you had...
I never walked back away from him after I came back after parking my car. I never walked back away from him.
Yes, sir, you did. I mean, I'm not trying to say you're
From my knowledge,
from your memory, you may not have remembered that, but it does appear that's the situation. Okay.
maybe pacing around, walking, but
Maybe
not
that was
walking away from him. Again.
Okay, so maybe you were
Because
pacing
it would
at a
be me walking
distance.
back to my car.
Right.
If that's the case.
Okay, so that makes more sense to me because this is another reason why I need to hear your side, and when I don't hear this stuff initially,
I'm sorry.
I know.
I
but
wish
so-
also too you would have told me that. Well, I mean, I ain't gonna say that you did wrong, but I wish.
I just didn't want to lead you. I didn't want to try to make you say.
I wish I would have
something
said all
at
this
time.
that day. If
Correct.
that made
I
things
I
better.
wish you would have.
Would have that made things better?
I mean, yeah, because you would actually have a situation with that you better described when you don't tell me nothing.
So
and-
if
and
I
when
would
you-
have said, well, let me
'cause-
ask this question. If I would have said all of what I'm saying today, then would I have been in this situation right now?
It's possible that probably not if you were more upfront about what happened. Okay, it's possible. Because you got to understand, now you're actually telling me about the arguments. Now you're actually telling me about.
And I wish I would have.
this
you would have
person
told
that
me
was
like,
there.
hey,
Okay.
this is in your best interest.
Right.
So, like, I don't know, but go ahead.
But so you park, you return, you're still begging with him. I know you said you get down on your knees. Okay. Now we're getting basically into the actual incident occurring. Okay. Take me. What happens?
Well,
when-
that time his hand was on and off his gun, like he was hesitant, like he made like I was.
So if you could, maybe this will make it easier. If you could paint a picture for me, like how it would be, because I know you had briefly said while we're talking, like sometimes it's easier to show. Like if I'm sitting down, like because it looks like he was sitting down from the distance. Was he sitting down when this happened?
Before
Okay.
I did what I did, before I
Yeah.
shot him,
Yeah.
what, twice or how many times?
Do you remember shooting him more than once?
I think 1 or 2 times.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
And when he was sitting down, his hands were still like near it, but it was
Where
on and off the whole
were
time.
they? Like, what do you mean near it? Like, so let's say I'm sitting here right here, okay? I have a gun in this waistband, like we're describing where Nosiah had the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Where were Nosiah's hands?
Close to where the gun is.
Why don't you just show us what he was doing? That might be more helpful if we can see
Well,
what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, it's nothing to show. I'm telling you, his hand was close to the gun.
Was it?
Like,
I guess
close
so.
to like where it's at,
and
like
it's
almost
not-
like.
I don't mean to interrupt you again. but,
Hesitant to.
Like, listen, was it both
pull it.
hands? Like, was it just his right hand? Like, did he?
Well, one time it was one of his hands, and then
Okay.
one time it was both.
Okay. But so
but it
is
was
this all
repeatedly-
while he's sitting?
It's other times while he was standing up as well.
Okay. Okay. So other times he's like,
So that's why I'm telling you, he had more than enough opportunity to get me first. More than enough opportunity, but he was hesitant. Maybe he was scared to do it.
okay. And so I guess what I'm asking too is if he was doing that before, and if he was doing that in front of you before, why didn't you shoot him before then? If he was reaching for it.
You could ask the same question about him. Why didn't he shoot me?
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's fair, I guess. Yeah, why didn't he shoot you? I mean, but here's the thing: he didn't shoot you. You know what I mean? So, but I guess you're describing to me that he's basically like reaching for the gun.
Yeah,
hesitant.
hesitant.
Okay.
So it's like
So what made it to the point where now you have to pull your gun and try to shoot him?
Because I'm struck in fear. Like I'm
Okay.
struck in fear to the point where I already know he could have done it, and his hand is like still like near it, and I just didn't hesitate because I'm like, now I'm like scared to go back to my car
Okay.
because it's to the point where, okay, let me off before, am I gonna be, you know what I'm saying, like as I'm walking back to my car, is it just gonna just like, you know what I'm saying, like I'm nervous. I don't know what to do.
Okay.
I don't know what to do. I'm talking to God in my head like, God, like what?
Okay. Now, you shoot him, okay? Do you remember how many times you pulled the trigger? Because there's people that were saying there were multiple shots. Because obviously there were
Well, I mean, you
people
know,
there.
right?
What do you mean?
Like how many times do you know? Or are you asking me? For me to know?
I'm asking you how many times you remember pulling the trigger.
Once or twice, I
Okay.
previously said.
Okay.
But how I was asking, well, I mean,
So it looks like he was only shot once, but if you think it was once or twice, I mean that makes a little bit more sense based on the evidence that I've gathered, and I can explain
once or
why.
twice, but no more than twice.
Okay.
That's it.
Now tell me what happens after you do that.
I run up to him, and just out of like adrenaline at this point, and I remember like looking at him and like seeing like blood and stuff from his face.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I think I hit him with my hand or something like that.
Do you remember where
One
you hit him,
time.
like on the body? Like if he's laying
No,
up
I think in his head. At
Okay.
this time, my vision's blurry at this point.
Okay.
I can't see
You have
it.
so much adrenaline
I
going
can't
through
even
you.
see anything.
Okay.
Literally.
Okay.
I'm not lying to you.
No problem.
I can't see nothing.
Okay. So
Damn near.
shoots and
I
then
run towards
adrenaline
him like
and strike. But I mean, at this point, it's because you're saying that he was
Yes.
at hands.
And now I'm mad now.
Okay.
To the point where like I'm mad.
All right. And then take me what happens, like how you ended up going and leaving and where you went at that point.
So at that point, once I can't see nothing, I turn around and look back at him, and he was like, I guess looking to see where I was at, but I left because I didn't want him shoot me while he's laying there. So
Okay.
I'm leaving because okay, this is what I did. I don't want that done back to me while you're sitting there and you still can pull it out. So I leave the scene, and there was already people on the way. So why would I even stay? That's way more dangerous than maybe another like person standing around might feel like I'm a threat and might shoot me feeling like as a good citizen.
Okay.
So there is both him, the family, and then other people standing around that might also aren't, carrying, that might feel as though I am a threat to public safety and that they're being a good citizen by putting me down.
I gotcha. All right, that perspective actually makes sense to me.
Okay.
So you're trying to basically get away from that situation,
Yes,
and anybody that may have witnessed it.
The only person I'm thinking about now is my mother.
I gotcha. Okay.
Seeing my mom, going to my mom for advice and letting her give me my next steps.
Okay.
Like,
now, did you go straight to Jacksonville after that?
Straight to my granddad's house. My mom met me there. I was crying.
Now she does tell us
me.
that when we
Yes.
talked to her, she said that you were very emotional.
Yes, and she told me that, hey, this is what's going to happen.
I gotcha.
This is what you're in. She told me these are the possibilities of what my result from this.
Yeah.
Be ready, son. This is what you got yourself into. She's coaching me.
Okay.
Get me ready for this moment, the last moment. I'm already ready.
Okay.
For whatever, you know what I'm saying? So she's telling me, like, I love you, but I'm going to love you enough to tell you the one God-forsaken truth. We're going to go to your apartment. We're going to change your clothes so you can get into something more warmer. And we're going to take you to the police station.
Now, did you change your clothes at all that day? Because I thought when
never
I
could
talked
make
with
it
you,
never could make it on the highway.
It looked kind of like you were wearing the same stuff in the video surveillance briefly.
Well, you told my mom that I was wearing a white shirt and blue jeans, so I didn't know.
I got told there was somebody
I told,
that,
but you never seen it.
No. Yeah.
But anyways, no, never changed clothes,
Yeah.
and we ended up making it to that stoplight, and then that was it.
Okay. All right. So what did you do with the gun afterwards?
I threw it while I'm crying. I wasn't on the phone with my mom yet. I'm on the phone with my auntie.
Okay.
I am hysterically crying. I can't see. I can't think. I can't do nothing. I'm on the phone with my auntie. I let the window down and I just threw it, maybe on the same road with the Petro, and I just threw it, not even thinking about nothing. The gun is legal. It's mine. So
Right.
I had no reason to throw it, and that's what my auntie said. She said, "Why did you throw it, baby? The gun is legal." Yes.
This is the
That's
one?
mine, yeah.
Okay.
She said, "Baby, the gun is legal. Why would you throw it?" I'm like, "Auntie, I don't know. I'm just."
Now listen, I'm not faulting you for that, but I will say, when you throw a gun like that, especially, I'm glad a citizen found it and not a kid, because if a kid, obviously, and I get your situation, you just went through something incredibly emotional.
Never been through that in my life.
That and I understand, like, just you're throwing it and you're just going to Jacksonville. I understand that mindset.
Nothing. Like I just want to be free of everything.
And I'm glad we found the gun before, like, a kid didn't
Anybody,
do it or whatever.
Or somebody that's in need of a gun.
Yeah, exactly. So I appreciate you being honest.
And
about
then
that.
I feel like I'm being followed. Well, I was being followed by someone. There was a car that was following me from the Petro. And that was also another reason why I threw it, because I don't know, I'm just scared. That rattled me. I didn't think it was a police officer at all. I just think it might have been someone he knew. I don't know. But it was somebody else persistently following, probably trying to be a good citizen. That's from thinking about it for a while.
Okay.
But it was persistently following me. But it was nothing looked like a police car. Never would run away from a police car.
Okay.
Period. Because I would rather be with the police than be out after doing something like that, because your mind is wandering. Now I'm at a point of really being scared now.
Sure.
After the incident.
Okay. So now we've kind of talked about it, and I appreciate you clarifying some things for me, because even after all this investigation and looking at everything, the things that you're saying to me make more sense about how this would have happened. But there is something that hasn't been brought up yet that I think is important. Okay. You were in a relationship with this young man, weren't you?
Well, he was staying with me, I will say.
Yeah.
And his mom and his stepdad also did spend the night at my apartment too. We all went fishing. Like, they spent the night at my house. I never stayed at their house, but they were.
Just to clarify,
well.
it's not illegal for you to be in a romantic relationship with him. Okay, I don't know if you're under that impression, but
no.
you were in a romantic relationship with him. Okay, the reason why I know that is because
You have a phone.
well, not just
phone,
that.
yeah.
I have his phone. Okay,
Right.
so it's very obvious that you guys were in a romantic relationship. I don't need to go into further detail about that, but it's fairly obvious. Okay,
Right.
to me, it seems like both of you were in love with each other. Would that be an accurate statement?
I guess maybe because of religious beliefs or whatever, I gotta say no.
Okay.
Because the Bible says it's unnatural affection, obviously. So
Okay.
I don't feel like it was real, but I felt like I did care about him. And also, too, it was more like a friend to me more than anything. That's why I keep saying friend, because he was more like a friend than anything.
Okay.
Through it
So
all.
I guess the reason why I brought up love is because I know sometimes love can make you do things irrational. There's
Love
plenty
can
of people.
also make you threatened.
Exactly. So, and that's why I'm bringing it up. And I'm only bringing that up because obviously I've seen the text messages between you and him.
Obviously.
Okay.
Right.
So at this point, it seems like just 7 days before this had happened, you had saw that he made a Grindr account.
Mm-hmm.
And you seem pretty upset about that. Would that be accurate to say?
Yeah.
He's going on and basically possibly talking to other guys.
I had seen where he had brought this, I guess he was, I don't know, 27 years old. I had, my neighbor said, she, witnessed it, and she told me about it. And then I seen it in his phone that somebody had came over to the house. He had sent somebody my address, but I forgave it though.
Okay. Now, just the day prior though, you tell him how aggravated you are over the relationship and that you guys need to make some changes, otherwise you guys aren't going to be able to be together.
Yeah, I've probably said that multiple times.
Okay.
On the phone.
Well, over the course of, and obviously I can't listen to your phone calls, I'm going off of the text. And sometimes things go out of context when you read the
Especially
text.
when you're on the
you know
phone.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're on the phone.
Exactly. So,
get
but
things right.
up until that point, do you think you were aggravated over the relationship at all?
No, well, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to not be
know.
unserious.
Yeah.
But how I am is, if you cheat, I'm gonna cheat.
Okay, so that's the way you took it.
That's what happened.
Okay.
That's what happened.
Okay.
Like, if you cheat on me, why should I be? You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't nothing, no aggravation.
Okay.
You did your wrong, I did my wrong. We good. We're even.
Okay.
That's how I felt. So it's nothing.
No problem. And so I
anger
guess
behind that.
yeah. Okay. Well, that makes more. So
Now, everybody do their
more
things
sense to me.
differently.
Okay.
But that's just how I roll. That's how I am.
Yes, sir.
And it's like, I'm trying to see how can I explain it. It's like, after that, it's like we're like I said, we're even. Like, so there's no more hard feelings about that.
Okay. Okay.
The biggest thing, actually, if you want to be technical, was like the probation and him having to be in Ocala.
You didn't
And
want
us
him to be
being
in
separated.
Ocala?
Well, us
Okay.
being separated was way more important to me than his mistake. He's a man, and sometimes men are run their weak at certain times.
Okay.
I'm a man myself, so I understand that more.
So
than
you just
anybody.
didn't like the distance between
Didn't like the
two.
distance.
Okay.
Bump what you did, because
Yeah.
I know at the end of the day, that's just a feeling. That's nothing.
And if he was around you, that probably wouldn't have happened. Do you believe
No,
that? Okay.
maybe if I was home or no, it wouldn't,
Yeah.
probably wouldn't happen.
Okay. Okay, that makes more sense to me. I'm glad you're giving clarification into what I read, because sometimes when you read text messages, things get taken out of context.
Yeah.
It's like, well, they're saying this, but this doesn't really make sense. But
Oh,
obviously because
of the phone logs.
yeah,
And we were on the phone way more because I drive trucks.
Okay.
So we were on the phone way more than texting.
Right, and it does
Way more.
appear that that's the case.
Yeah.
And so some of his family had said that sometimes you guys would even fall asleep on the phone together. Okay, which is why I brought up love, but I know your view on that. I guess
It's like you don't ask for it. It's like if you want to get a tree to grow a certain way, how do you get it to grow that way? You bend it while it's young.
okay.
And anybody that you know that's in that lifestyle will tell you the same thing. If they're true enough, nobody's born that way. You were touched on. Let's just put it that way. I was touched on by someone in my family, not to go specific, but I was touched on by someone in my family multiple times, immediate family. And that's what bent that tree at a young age. It ain't nothing like you ask for it.
Yes,
It
sir.
ain't really nothing that you want.
Okay.
Because you know it ain't right. Someone got to tell you that. Pastor got to tell you that. You know it ain't right.
Right.
Just common sense tells you it ain't.
Okay.
But you try to fight through it. It's not, obviously it's not the lifestyle that God wants, because too many complexities in the relationship because it almost feels like it's not meant to be because that's God's word. God already warned you, so when you ask God, well, God, why it's not working out? Because He already told you in His word. And it's like me, that was like a battle for me because it's like I knew, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't like, oh, I'm like mad and in love, no, because I know that if I want to make heaven, this ain't the lifestyle that's going to take me there. So it wasn't like, oh, I'm planning on being with this person forever or I'm going to da-da-da-da-da. No. It was more like, I'm thinking about God, like through all this, like I miss you. It's more like I always go back to a friend. It was like my friend. That's how it was in my mind, no matter what people label it as. That's like he was like my friend more than anything.
Okay. And you were obviously very close. You talked basically every single day.
Every day.
So, okay. Did you meet him on Grindr?
Yeah.
Okay. Initially?
And speculation,
did he
that's
live
where
with
he
you?
met Josh at.
So, yes.
That's speculation, but I don't know.
Okay. Because it sounds to me you didn't like Josh coming around him. And Josh is a little bit older, too. But
yeah, I think he's like 29, 30.
Yeah, he's a little bit older.
Yeah,
okay. And then you show up and you're there.
He has things on his legs.
Who does?
Him.
Josh?
Yes.
Okay.
That signifies like he's sick. So that
what is it? What do you mean by that?
Tell me HIV.
Oh, HIV.
Yeah, he had things all up his leg, like
okay.
spots and blotches and stuff. Like he looked sick.
All right. And is that also another reason why you wanted him basically away from?
Well, a person like say a person like well, see, that's my first time seeing him in person. So
okay. So you had never seen Josh in person prior to the day.
Yeah, but I've heard about him. I've heard like little things, and I'm just using context clues to try to. But I never I didn't go deep into all of that. I just seen him for who he was. I seen the way he was moving. I seen the way he was talking. I seen the way he was looking at me, and that's what rubbed me wrong. I don't know all that the in between stuff. I really don't know.
Okay.
That would have to come from his family to tell you.
Do you know if Nosiah was already talking to Josh before he met you?
I don't know, but there's speculations or rumors that he probably was. You would have to talk to the mom.
I mean, that's what it kind of looks like in the phone, too, is that he kind of knew Josh beforehand. This is something that you brought up to me initially when we interviewed initially. You said that Nosiah was going to be at that place and those people had loyalties with him,
Loyalties with his, attachments not to him, but to his family.
Okay, yeah, just like a family loyalty.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when I seen how they were acting, it wasn't family. It's like nothing friendly, nothing mannerable. It was like, so in my mind, Mama, if you knew these people were like that, why are you bringing around me?
Okay.
When you know I'm not going to even be here that long.
Okay.
It just was like messy all up and through it, so,
Understand. Okay. Well, listen, I really appreciate you being honest with me and telling me about it. Obviously, you have a warrant, so you're going to be booked in tonight. Do you have any questions for me right now, at least moving forward with this?
Is there a possibility of me getting out?
Well, you're not going to get a bond initially when you're getting booked in tonight. It's going to be up to the first appearance following the next day, okay? But before I step out of here, is there anything else you want to tell me about the situation that maybe we didn't bring up, maybe my partner here didn't bring up? I mean, you basically answered all my questions, so.
Is there anything else that you want me to go into?
I'm having a hard time picturing where his hands were. I know
It
you're
was
telling us.
repeatedly, though.
Yeah, but I'm trying to visualize it, and I'm having a hard time visualizing it.
Down, trying to slowly pull it out, down.
Like he's gripping the frame?
Well.
Is it exposed or is it under the clothing?
It's under the clothing, but at the point of sitting down, it's exposed, I guess. I don't know.
So, it's an appendix holster, right?
I don't know.
It was in
It means it's in the front, right?
Okay. But yeah, so repeatedly times, his hand was by the gun. But it was he was slowly trying to pull it out or whatever like that.
That's what you perceived?
That's what I perceived.
Right. But he never lifted his shirt and grabbed it.
No, because I think he was trying to be discreet with it. I don't think he wanted me to know that he, I don't know, trying to be discreet with it or whatever.
Looking back on it now, do you think he was probably just maybe adjusting it? Because those things are really uncomfortable.
Especially if you're sitting down.
I've tried to wear them and I can't because
This is kind of a little bit uncomfortable just on the side here.
because we're not talking about a small gun, we're talking about a pretty big gun.
He's kind of a skinny guy too.
It's a big gun to carry where he was carrying it, is what I'm getting at.
No, I don't believe that.
No? Okay. That was the only
So you said, had I told you all this before, I wouldn't be bullied?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. When you don't bring up self-defense at all, when you don't talk about the threats in any type of informative way, and you just give a vague statement, it's very limited on what we, can hear. Because when we talked to you, you didn't bring up any of that stuff initially, okay?
We got a video of you doing what you did, and we had very little explanation other than, the information we
For
got.
that, I apologize. I wish I would have known.
But I mean, you're being honest about it now, and I appreciate that. And we can only go off of what you tell us, and that's why I was asking you where your mind was at when that was happening, and you've kind of gotten into that and explained that. So,
You said first appearance would be tomorrow morning?
yes, sir.
All
Okay.
right.
Do you have any other questions for me at this point?
No.
Okay. All right. We'll have somebody in with you in just a second. Okay.
All right.
Sure you don't want water?
You probably
We'll get you one. Okay.
Your lips look dry.
The detective lays it out plainly at the end. Investigators had the surveillance footage from the moment Valencia pulled into that gas station to the moment he drove away. They had audio of the argument. They had a witness who recorded him running from the scene. They had Nosiah Santos's mother on the phone when the shot was fired. And when JSO detectives first interviewed Valencia in Jacksonville, he gave them almost nothing. No self-defense claim, no threats, no explanation. Just a vague statement. Then 2 hours in Marion County changed everything, and none of it helped him. Henry Jonathan Valencia was convicted of second-degree murder with a firearm on December 11, 2025, and sentenced to life in prison.